Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you doing today? How's life in your world and how's things where you are? Hope everything is good. It's early and I'm going to try and make this a quickie because I have a friend coming over to play KeyForge tonight. And I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about this, not a review or anything like that, but I wanted to more ask questions of you because I know quite a few of you are game players. I don't know if you know this about me, but I was a competitive CCG player for a very long time, for 25 years or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember when Magic came here. I know it was like Ice Age-ish, or maybe the set before Ice Age, but it definitely wasn't beta and alpha and all that when it made it to West Virginia. But I started playing Magic when I was a teen, and that, I played during the craze, during the CCG craze, when everybody ever was putting out a CCG, and I played most of them. I played a lot of them. But I was never really great at Magic, and I played it more casually. I did play in some tournaments when I was a teenager, but I had moved on to other games like Star Wars. I played a lot of BattleTech, Rage, Highlander, and then X-Files. X-Files came out in, it was my favorite television show ever, and by happenstance, I ended up meeting the designers of the game, who invited me to kind of tour with them and promote X-Files, and I kind of got to help with some, development and design on some other products, and a tiny little bit of work on some X-Files stuff, but I played that a lot for a very long time. And when I joined the Marines, at that time, I was playing Star Wars, mostly. Star Wars CCG was huge. And went to Hawaii, and there was a Star Wars scene there, but it was pretty small, and I had missed this, there's a feeling that comes with playing those types of games, because you bring something to the game that the other player doesn't have, and that's the knowledge of what cards you're playing. And there's not a lot of games that are like that, where you have something unique that your opponent doesn't know about, and you play it. And you have knowledge, and you have to combat your knowledge of your cards versus his knowledge of his cards, and go at it. And there's something really, really gripping about that. So I was stationed in Hawaii, and I missed playing, competitively playing games, so I started playing Magic pretty seriously. And I played a lot of Magic in Hawaii, won some tournaments there, second place Hawaii States. I ended up just kind of forfeiting the last match because I didn't want to play it. I didn't want to go to nationals or anything like that. So I won Hawaii States and then gave it to the second place player. And then when I came back, my friends here were still playing Star Wars. So I played more Star Wars. Then like Lord of the Rings came out, played that competitively for a while, won some tournaments with that. And then the last thing I played competitively was Call of Cthulhu. Played Call of Cthulhu until it was canceled by FFG a few years ago. I think my highest title with that was 4th in the world. So 4th place worlds, got a trophy and stuff. But I still miss those style of games. And I've tried some of the digital CCGs, and they're just not the same. Especially since the internet has become such an invasive part of card gaming in general. Net decking kind of breaks the game for me, because it's no longer, my opponent doesn't know what I have in my deck, because there's only like 3 or 4 decks that are competitive enough to win. So you have to play one of those decks. It's been figured out for you. You just have to pick a deck, and sure, maybe you can change a couple cards and throw a wrench in it and go, I got you. You thought I was playing this deck, but I have this one card, and they don't expect it, and it's woohoo. But it's not nearly as fun or as interesting as playing something where I bring a full deck of cards and you don't have a clue. I have tried some sealed decks type stuff, and I can play that, but I think that's where the benefit of KeyForge comes in. Is that you just get a deck of cards and you play it. Like you have no ability to modify that deck of cards. And for that reason, I kind of avoided this game. I think it came out last year, or maybe even the year before last, and I was kind of like, it sounds interesting, but I didn't play it then. And I was not interested in the model, because the model is you pay $10 and you get a deck, and then you play it, and if the deck sucks, well, you just wasted $10. Whereas in reality, if you buy a pack of Magic cards, chances are the pack is garbage, and you wasted $5 or whatever it is. So I don't know what my hang-up was there, because I find those decks that are garbage, they're still fun to play. So I spotted this at Target recently. I texted my friend who we played once earlier this year, and said, do you have any of this set? And he said no, and I said, I think I'm picking up the 2-player starter to play with M. And he said, go for it. So I guess I didn't realize this was like brand new, came out in November. And I picked this up, and I have a problem. There's one of the decks in this box seems completely ridiculously overpowered. Like, hasn't come close to losing against anything. I bought this box, I beat I think 3 or 4 of his decks with it, no problem. I've beat the other deck in this box many times, and then I bought, I found on Amazon an original, the first set, 12-pack for like $36, or $3 a deck. So I bought that. I've crushed, I mean, and so I want to know, if you play KeyForge, have you played Worlds Collide, and do you find the power balance completely thrown out the window with this set? Now, both decks that came in this box are Saurian, Shadows, Logos. I didn't get any other houses. Those three, both decks. And I find that the Saurians in particular are very, very, very strong. Super, super strong. And mixed with a little bit of the thievery from the Shadows and a little bit of the card play from Logos, and it becomes very formidable. So I'm just curious, you know, if you have experience with KeyForge, what do you think? I do not have any decks from the second set, so I have no clue what's available there. But I've been really enjoying it, just because it has that CCG feel. It has some fun gameplay choices that I really enjoy. And I happen to really like the fact that I don't have to build a deck. Like, as much as I enjoy that experience years and years ago when building a deck was a very personal experience, I actually really enjoy just buying cards and playing the game, and not having to care whether my deck constructing abilities are top-notch, or whether I went and read whatever the top-rated decks are right now and built a clone of one of those. So, you know, I want to know what your experience is with KeyForge, what your experience specifically with this set. I'm going to try to find a few more. I've had it's out of stock. It's been out of stock since it came out. Like, the whole game is just, good luck finding decks. I would like to find some more Worlds Collide decks. I might buy another 2-player starter just because there's not very many tokens in here to try. But maybe I'm oversimplifying the power of this set, and I need to try it against, I don't know what house to try that deck against to see. Maybe Brobnar. That was a whole bunch of nerdy stuff. How was your day today? I hope it's going well. Like I said, I'm trying to get this knocked out. Friends coming. We're going to play. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends, being wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I will see you tomorrow. Alexa, tell me a random fact.
Manhole covers are round so they don't fall in the holes. A square cover would fit into a square hole diagonally.
That would be disastrous. Have you ever tried to pick one of those up? Imagine that falling on you. It would not be pretty.